Hello and welcome to today's episode on Azure Framework and Governance. In this session, we'll be discussing how to effectively manage and govern your Azure resources. We'll also explore Azure's governance framework, how to manage access and security, and how to use policies for compliance. So let's dive in. To start with, let's talk about Azure Governance Framework. Well, Azure provides centralized management tools to help you manage your resources, security, and compliance. With services like Azure Policies and Blueprints, you can enforce rules around resource usage, ensuring that your infrastructure remains consistent with companies' policies and standards. When it actually comes to managing access, RBAC, role-based access control, and Entra ID, here it says Azure Active Directory. You can call it Entra ID now. These are very crucial. Here, RBAC allow you to assign a specific role to a user or a group of users, and even service for ensuring granular control over who can access different resources. And Entra ID serves as a centralized IAM solution, which is identity and access management solution, helping you to authenticate and authorize users for the right access level or right privilege level. Cost management is another important aspect of governance. Azure provides tools like Azure Cost Management to monitor and control spending, ensuring that your cloud infrastructure stays within the budget. Additionally, resource groups, subscriptions, and tags can help you organize and manage your resource effectively or efficiently. Now, security is a top priority in any cloud platform, just not Azure. But here, Azure doesn't fall short on it. Azure Security Center, now called Defender for Cloud, and also Azure Monitor helps ensure compliance and keep your environment secure by providing real-time monitoring and alerts functionality. Now, moving on to access and security at the architectural level, we will start with the RBAC again. It will be a recap for you. Here, you actually assign roles to a user or group of users to control what resources they can access. Entra ID helps centralize identity management. It simplifies authentication and authorization. Plus one, that is NSGs. So for your network security, you can also use NSG, Network Security Groups, and also firewalls to control and secure access to your virtual networks. Encryption also ensures that your data is protected both at rest and in transit, with tools like Azure Storage Encryption and SSL and TLS for encryption in transit. You can make sure that your data is protected and is compliant. Now, for elevated permissions, you can use PIM, Privileged Identity Management, or you can say Privileged Access Management, which allow you to implement concepts like JIT, just-in-time access, and also MFA, multi-factor authentication, adding an extra layer of security. Finally, monitoring and auditing can be done with Azure Monitor and Azure Security Center, or now it is called Defender for Cloud. This helps you or your organization to track security events. Next, let's look at Azure policies for governance and compliance. Well, Azure policies help enforce rules or protocols and standards across your resources or your environment, such as which region or resource type are actually allowed or not. You can assign policies to subscriptions or resource groups and even resource for a consistent governance. These policies are valuable in maintaining compliance as they allow you for continuous monitoring of resources. If there is anything which is not compliant, you will get the alert and then you can fix it. Now, Azure also offers built-in policies for common compliance frameworks like HIPAA from US or GDPR from EU or Europe to help you stay compliant with industry regulations. But for unique organizational needs, you can also create custom policies. Now, with Azure Policy Insights, you can get a detailed report on your compliance status, helping you stay on top of governance, and you can also fix the issues if you find it. Well, to see if the resources are compliant or not, Policy Insight will help you a lot. Now, in summary, Azure Governance Framework provides you with the tools needed to manage your resources, security, and compliance effectively. By using tools like RBAC, Azure Policy, Cost Management, and Defender for Cloud, also used to be known as a Security Center, you can ensure that your cloud environment remains secure, compliant, and cost-effective. Whether it's controlling access, enforcing policies, or monitoring your resources, Azure offers the flexibility and control you need for smooth governance. So make sure before you deploy your resources, your governance framework is properly configured, where you can take advantage of all the tools. Thank you for joining us today, and I will look forward to see you in the next episode. Take care.